How we make it look. I'm over here, baby.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Underground Art. I'm your host, La, and on today's segment, I will be talking to underground artists. My first guest comes straight from Harlem. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Lex Laveau.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Lex Laveau, representing Spanish Harlem. You tune in to Underground Art. Check out my new video, Coogee Sweater.
Gotta get this money. Gotta get this money. Gotta get this money. Yo. When you see that Coogee sweater, you know I'm with whatever. Herringbone, Indian chief ring, bring it together. You could tell by the walk, you could tell by my bitch. This Coogee sweater be the reason that I never switch. When you see that Coogee sweater, you know I'm with whatever. Herringbone, Indian chief ring, bring it together. You could tell by the walk, you could tell by my bitch. This Coogee sweater be the reason that I never switch. Swear this Coogee sweater be the reason that I never switch. This Coogee sweater be the reason that I never switch. LA, VO, strong arming like Debo. Shaft trench, hit the flow, pump close to my torso. I walk these streets like a fucking pope. They look at you like.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. So, could you tell us how you started rapping? Were you always interested in pursuing a music career?
Well, not necessarily, but I mean, my bigger brother, he was always into, singing, into the arts and stuff like that. So I guess he kind of, introduced it to me. But it was just a thing that just came to me naturally.
I feel you. You obviously do come from a musical family. Does everybody in your family create music?
Well, my sister, my brother, I think my grandmother at one point used to sing, but I guess, like I said, it just came naturally to me. It was just something that it was just in me to do.
Who are some of your major music influences?
Probably like one of the greatest lyricists in my book that I think, Big Pun. He was probably somebody that really greatly influenced my outlook and just made me really want to go and pursue this even more.
What is your fondest music memory thus far?
Not too long ago, I was actually performing at a Lit Lounge in Soho, and I performed this song that I just made. It's called Hate, featuring my boys, Benny Blanco, and the whole crowd, I never got that type of reception. The whole crowd was jumping up and down like they were on their toes, and that gave me chills. Seriously, that was just that's probably one of the best ones so far.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What does music mean to you?
It's art, it's passion, it's what you put into it. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody can make their own types of, flavor and what they want to do with it. You can make, party music, you can make some soulful, you can make something that comes from the heart, but at the end of the day, when it comes to you, it's just something that's natural, like I said again, but it's just something that's within you at the end of the day.
I feel you. How do you balance music with your other obligations in life?
Well, I mean, the most difficult task at the moment, at hand, is probably, my responsibility of my son, but that's something that just came along the road. Just, God puts things in your way. That doesn't mean you have to stop, pursuing your dreams.
Amen, I hear that. Have you ever performed publicly besides that amazing experience you had?
Yeah, of course. I've performed plenty of times in New York. I actually just came back from Texas. I was performing at the South by Southwest event. It's just something it's just beautiful to me, man. That's all I could really describe it as.
Have you ever been on the radio before?
Yeah, definitely. A few times. Local radio stations, not FM yet. Hopefully I get there one day.
What about television besides this amazing show we got going here?
No, this is the first time. I'm actually happy to say I'm here.
How do you handle mistakes while you're performing?
I don't show that I made the mistake. I just keep on going. You know, people are so inclined and in tune to what we're doing. They're not even worrying about if I made a mistake. So, you know, if I'm just jumping around, I'll just act it off and just act like it never happened.
Do you get nervous before a performance, and do you have any rituals that you do before you go out on stage?
Well, you know, I just meditate a little bit. I go over my lines sometimes, but the one thing I don't do is I try to, like, you know, stay sober, because a lot of people, they like to, you know, drink and do all the other things, but I just try to stay sober and concentrate on, you know, the task, on performing.
Overall, what is your music about? Does it focus on a specific age group, fan base?
Well, I mean, if anything, it's just talking about my life and what's been going on, you know, thus far in my life. So, I mean, I've made songs that are, you know, censored, I mean, that, you know, curse a lot, but it's just me expressing myself. I feel like I've gone through a lot of hardships in my life, so, you know, I'm just a storyteller at the end of the day.
I feel you. Do you have any advice for those that want to pursue a music career as well?
The biggest thing I would actually say is just be original. You know what I'm saying? Originality is the best thing. I just feel like there's a lot of waves that come out in music, and a lot of people like to ride those waves, but as Mother Nature comes, all waves die out.
Exactly.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, be yourself and people gonna like you for you.
You heard that, people? Be yourself. So what message do you want to convey through your music, and where do you see yourself in the next, I'd say, 10, 20 years in the music career?
Wow. Well,
let's say 10.
Well, what I convey, well, through my music, I just like to show, you know, that, you know, even though people go through these hardships that I explained to you earlier, you know, that doesn't mean you can't rise up and, you know, make something of yourself. And as far as, you know, me seeing myself in about 10 years or 20 years, I just want to be great at what I do and do what I love to do. I would like to wake up and just do a 9 to 5 in the studio, you know, like just, that's my lifestyle that I want to pursue.
I want to pursue the same. So this is the end of our segment, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoy the latest music performance on Obnoxious New York Television by your man right here, Lex Lavo.
Just to ease the pain, send a fast girl to wrap her lips around my main vein and tell her leave me be. She don't understand and I won't let her. I'll be taking it first, nigga, tell me.
What do you think inspired director Eli to create this project? What is Obnoxious New York?
I mean, from my experience, you know, going to, you know, doing these shows, I feel like it's just a platform to showcase these underground artists, you know what I'm saying, let them do their thing and, you know, let people know that they're serious about what they're doing.
How did you meet director Eli?
I was actually at an event downtown, and we just walked towards each other and said, hey, what's up? And then after that, we just clicked, and then he just told me he had this, you know, showcase that he put on every other week or something like that. And after that, he just started throwing me on the bill.
Networking. So talking about networking, what impact do you think social media has on networking?
Oh man, well, we're kind of blessed to live in this generation, having social media to, you know, blast our music out there and let people know that we don't even know, like, you know, in other countries, and everybody out there in the world let us, you know, like I said, showcase our skills out there. So
out of all the planets in the art galaxy, how did you land on planet rap?
I mean, I don't know.
I know that one was gonna get you.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. I guess I was roaming the galaxy and found it.
Damn. Have you worked with any celebrities that our audience would know?
Actually, I just got this song that I just did. It's called Hate. The one I was talking about earlier. I got Tony Sunshine to get on it. He was actually worked with Big Pun closely. So the fact that it's an honor that he wants to get on the song with me. So.
Well, if youngins are watching this, they don't know who Tony Sunshine is.
Yeah.
Who would you like to work with that you haven't worked with?
Oh man, when I went to, I'm glad you said that. When I went to South by Southwest, I was fortunate enough to meet Nas, and if the day I do something with him, that'll be it for me.
Nas?
Yeah.
I thought you would have said Jada.
Nah, Nas, man.
Damn.
He's one of the greatest.
Well, let's give a big thanks to Lex Laveau coming all the way from El Barrio, Spanish Harlem.
You already know.
Taking the time out from being a father and scheduling to come speak with us. This is Underground Art. Check us out next week as we reveal other artists. And remember, what you think is who you are. Never stop making art, baby.
I'm from the east, they unleash the beast. Always with the beauty like a Disney.